if you're thinking about it, just do it. Just make the call. Somebody might be waiting for you to make that call. Hey there, welcome back to my Epique Journey. This is Brandon DeVere. Thank you, as always, for tuning in and sharing your time with me. I do appreciate that. Here we are on the journey from 600 to 0 back to 600 plus, and what all that looks like. Today, I'm going to keep it pretty short. I know I said that in the past, and I'm going long, but we'll find out here. No, I wanted to share something more on the personal side of the business and of all this stuff, and it might not have anything to do with the actual growth. Like if you look at the front of it, but it's something that I think is helpful for the growth, just as like human beings and what we're doing. And I think you'll attract a lot more people with that type of mindset of being like human growth and personal growth, people around you, not just necessarily like, yes, it's all amazing and it's fun and it's the growth of me at Epique Realty and this fun ride that I'm on and going on all this stuff. But quite honestly, I'm so much more than a real estate agent. I'm so much more than an Epique agent. I'm so much more than someone who gets in front of a camera and does some videos with the intent to put stories out and attract other agents with like-mindedness and want to grow that way. So there's times where, there's all of us have so much more to us, right? And so I want to kind of share a little story that happened today. It caught me off guard. It wasn't something that I was going to share today, but it was very helpful for my day. I didn't get off to a great start this morning. Not really like didn't pop out of bed and like get going. I kind of have a little slow morning, and then I got a call from an old friend. Known him, I don't know, probably 8 years now. Haven't talked to him probably like 10 months or so, maybe even longer. It's definitely been over 6 months. But, he heard about the NAR settlement, all that stuff. And he's actually an agent in the Chicago area out in Illinois. But, he reached out and he just said, hey, man, I want to check on you. After the settlement just went through, I just wanted to, check in on my agent friends around the country. And so far, I mean, I'm not going to get into the NAR settlement, all that stuff. It's been beaten over the head. And this isn't really the platform, that I'm on. It's not necessarily for that. But, he called to reach out and see how I was doing from that and what he's doing, tell me some of the things that he's doing. And it was a nice, refreshing, like kind of a jolt to me that made me think about like, wasn't a call I was expecting. And it was very helpful to kind of get me up and going. And so I just want to let everybody else know, like at any moment, where you're going to have, if you can sense that, and I wasn't down this morning, I'm not going to say that. I wasn't down. I was just kind of lethargic, not really getting ready to go with the pizzazz that I typically want to get out of bed with and get going right away. But it was just really refreshing to have somebody reach out and just be like, hey man, how's it going? And so I thought about that for the majority of the day. And I was thinking about, who can I call? Who can I call to just check in on? How are you doing? Whatever. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be for any reason, but you never know like how far, like I guarantee he has no idea that stuck with me today. And so that's just something that, I thought was really cool. And I thought for, kind of a breather of an episode, instead of talking about growth and all this stuff and all of this, all our personal growth, maybe we just check in on somebody, see how they're doing, see, maybe they're going through a rough time and they need to be contacted, but a lot of times it's the people that we don't know, what they're going through and things like that we need to check on and just let them know that we're here, right? So I encourage you, if there's anybody that you typically talk to or that you haven't talked to in a while, that you've been meaning to reach out to them. And luckily this isn't one of those things that's like, oh man, I wish I would have seen that person one more time, or something crazy like, where you hit like that kind of, epiphany, like, hey, tell your loved ones that you love them, stuff like that. Nope, it's much simpler than that. Luckily, there wasn't anything crazy to happen to get me to realize that, other than somebody did it to me, and it was it was nice. It started my day. It was a way better way to start my day than I had started my day. So Steve, if you're ever on this and you saw this, this video, thank you, bud. I appreciate you reaching out and just checking in on me, because it meant a lot to me, and probably more than you know. And so thank you. I want to thank you for that. And I encourage anybody else out there that's looking to just reach out to somebody. Say, hey, what's up? You don't got to call them and profess your love for them or anything. Just call them. Say, what's up? How you doing? Just want to check in on you. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for today. I really wanted to just give that its own little moment to kind of take a breather away from the growth and all this, the grind of everything, to just take a breath and just say, hey, check on people. So, all right, I'll see you guys back around here tomorrow, and make sure you make that call and have a great one.